Hello, everybody. Here is your friend Unides Estevez. And I don't know why, but the light, there it is. It's better now. No, it's not. So I'll try to do this. I don't know. I try to change my background and it is black. So my name is Unides Estevez and I've lost 50 pounds. And I want to share with you a secret to my weight loss that I hope you will find valuable. And if you find it valuable, that you'll be able to share it with somebody else. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Jennifer. So I have been having a lot of discussions lately with a lot of people. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Karen. With a lot of people who are seeking solutions to, most generally, I speak with women who also, like me, want to lose the weight, but more importantly, want to learn how to keep it off. So usually they'll ask me, Unides, what can I do to lose like 10, 15 pounds quick? Or can you give me a list of foods that you eat on a general regular basis that will help me drop like 5 pounds in a week? And I'm happy to share, detoxes and cleanses that can help you get a jump start to your journey. But unfortunately, it's going to wear off kind of quickly. So, hi, Erin, how are you? So I want to be able to speak to you from the heart, like from a good place, because I want to help you avoid like the ups and the downs that come with this journey. So practically, I can show you how to jumpstart your weight loss and give you a boost in your metabolism, help you lose, 3 pounds, 5 pounds, 8 pounds in a week, because that is a good motivating factor to help you stick for a longer period of time to your journey, to your daily habits. But we have to understand that something has to happen in the moment when you decide you're going to do the 3-day cleanse, let's say, for example, and after the fact, you know that you're going to have to put in some work. And that's where in that working process is where you will learn and earn your weight loss success. So that's where I want to share with you today. Unfortunately, I cannot give you the shortcut because I don't believe in shortcuts. I don't believe in magic pills. I don't believe in quick fixes. It's something that unfortunately it's not popular because in the company and the business that I'm in, where I'm helping people lose weight and, gain confidence, you would think that the first thing that people would want is a magic pill. And unfortunately, that's not what I stand for. And I think that's where I hold my ground, where I am not here to offer you a quick fix. I rather you go through the process of change and a year from today, look back and say, you know what? I've changed. And I've achieved the change because I have learned how to maintain. Because that's the way I have lost and maintained my 50 pounds off. So I'm going to share with you today what is it that I mean by that, right? So if I gave you a quick fix, that means you won't learn how to make choices, how to make priorities in your life, and how to put yourself first. And when you lose the weight, that's the first thing that you're going to try to figure out, like, how on earth? Hi, Anna. Hi, Elizabeth. How do I get myself to keep myself in priority, right? Because I have done it. I lost 19 pounds at one point because I was paying for one of those nutrition companies that send you the food already made and prepared, prepackaged. And when I lost the 19 pounds, I was left dumbfounded. Like, I didn't know what to do to keep that weight off. So I have to stand like this so that you don't see me like Casper. Or maybe if I go like, if I sit here, I don't look like Casper. Yay! Unides can think. So I was left dumbfounded because I really wanted to learn, yes, how to sustain that period of weight loss. But They weren't willing to teach me the how. They weren't willing to teach me that I needed to schedule some time during my week so that I can plan my meals. They needed to help me understand like what foods worked for me and what foods did not work for me. I needed to have a list of like, what can I do when I go to a birthday party? How can I manage, if I'm going to travel? What do I do when I'm at a pickle? Like, I don't have time to prepare a lot of meals because I, at the time, was a busy mom. So what do I do in that case? I wasn't given the tools or provided the support that helped me sustain that. So I believe that that's where I've learned to like say, okay, this is what I do with my team, and this is how I kind of train them in order for them to become independent. And I would like to share that with you because, yes, it's true. You will lose easy 20 pounds with fad diets. But what happens when you can no longer continue that lifestyle because it's unhealthy to eat at a certain pace? Like if you're having, and I'm not going to mention names because that's not who I am, but if you're just going to drink shakes all day long and then drink some pills after that and then try to suppress your appetite, yes, it's going to work for a short period of time, but eventually you're going to crave food and you're going to want to feel human and normal around people who are also enjoying delicious foods. So when that happens and you go back to eating your regular self, it may backfire on you, and it may just, double up what you just lost. So yes, it's true, that if you have a poor relationship with your body, and when you look at yourself in the mirror and you're maybe 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 60 pounds overweight, even 10 pounds overweight, and you don't have a good relationship with yourself, losing the weight is not going to fix the problem. And I know that it stings. I know that it hurts to think like, yeah, because losing the weight is the solution to my problems. Losing the weight is going to help me be happier. Losing the weight is going to help me become positive. Losing the weight is going to help me feel confident. And yes, in part, it is true. But some things have to take place in order for that to take effect and for that to be true. And the truth is that we need to go into a process of training our thoughts, because we don't do anything with following a fad diet, a magic pill, or a quick fix if we're not fixing the inside. The origin of what caused that weight gain, the origin of what caused the fact that we cannot prioritize and find 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes of our 24-hour cycle in a day to give it to ourselves. What is it about ourselves that we are avoiding and we don't want to confront? What is it about our relationships with people, with ourselves, with our past, that we are trying to numb and quiet down and put under wraps? Because it hurts to kind of go in and bring it out and say, you know what? I don't have to feed this emotion with food. I have to solve this emotion by taking a different form of action. And in that manner, that's where you're going to start to uncover, like we say in our minds, in our meeting of the healthy minds, which happen every single week in our private groups. You start to peel the onion and you start to realize, hi, Carol. Carol, it would be so fabulous if you shared in the comment section below. If you're one of our community members, if you can go ahead and share what has happened to you from the inside out, because I believe you are a true testament that change happens, and it happens to us when we decide to work from the inside, because the outside is just a reflection of the things that are happening inside of us. So once we learn to improve the relationship we have with ourselves, once we learn to prioritize our time and prioritize the thoughts that are coming into our head that we're actually giving space to, I think that so many of us choose to believe the lies that we have created within our own selves. And I say this with facts. I I work with a group of women, and there's different programs that we do. Programs that require for you to follow a workout program, and programs that just require for you to commit to a nutrition. It says I have low connection. If you can't hear me, please comment in the section below and let me know that you can't hear me, and that way I'll look for a better connection. Looks like it's going. So I deal with women who have two different options. They can either choose to lose the weight with a combination of fitness and nutrition, or they can just choose to lose the weight with nutrition and focusing on their mindset and the things that weigh you down, which are usually the intrinsic problems that happen, right? And immediately, because now you're disarmed, you're like, okay, so it's not necessarily that I can't work out. It's truly that I have to learn to eat and to control my thoughts. So now I have no excuse. And rather I find that it's easier to retract for that person and say, you know what, it's impossible for me to get anywhere because I'm just not able to. And it's just the lies. It's the lies that we begin to tell ourselves, and then we go ahead and we make it true because it makes us feel good. So I'm not going to make it long. I'm going to give you a tip so that you can try this. And I know that we're getting into a very interesting time of the year because we're going towards the end of the year. And usually when the end of the year comes, for those of us on the Northeast, we have to deal with the change of seasons. So automatically in our minds, we're like, I want to hibernate. It's getting cold. I want to comfort myself. I want to eat foods. I want to, feel like I want to have the chili. I want to go out. I want to enjoy my holidays. I want to enjoy myself because I deserve it. I've worked so hard all year long. This is my time to be with family, to enjoy myself, right? And we find ourselves actually sabotaging our hard work. For some of us, we are basically, hi Carolina, we're basically avoiding just the fact that throughout the whole year we have done absolutely nothing, and we feel so overwhelmed with the fact that in January we thought, man, this is the year I'm going to lose 10 to 15 pounds. And then now here we are at the end of October, and instead of losing those 10 to 15 pounds, we have actually gained maybe 10 to 15 pounds extra on top of those that we were supposed to lose. So yes, we are tempted to go into hibernation mode. And if it was up to me, when I was overweight and I felt like I had no solutions at hand, I wanted to crawl underneath a rock and forget that I existed. I didn't want to attend any holiday parties because I was embarrassed and ashamed of my own self. Like, how could I let myself go that far, right? But it was all because it was my lack of prioritizing, my lack of understanding, even of my own body. I didn't recognize that my body wasn't necessarily hungry. My body was literally tired, and I just needed to learn new techniques to love on myself and to care for myself and to rest better so that I can perform better and I can continue to be there for myself first and then for others. So the first thing I want you to try, and if you have a pen and paper, please go ahead and write this down. Try detoxing some of the things that are really weighing you down. And I want to say this because sometimes we have so much clutter in our thoughts that we cannot think for ourselves. We have so much clutter in our heart, and the clutter comes from unforgiveness, from things that have hurt us in the past and we haven't dealt with that pain, and it makes us bitter, and it makes us negative, and it makes us completely avoid what we know matters most to us. So I want you to go ahead and make a list, perhaps, and it may be start with like your closet. Look at things in your closet that you haven't worn and think about the thoughts that you're thinking about. Think about when you think about a person, you get automatically like your guard is up, you're ready to hit somebody, you're ready to curse somebody out. Thank you, Carol, for sharing your story. think about the people that you are putting your energy on, and you're actually letting their negativity affect you. Like, I know we are on social media, but I want to remind you that we have the right to press block, delete, and unfriend. We are not forced to be friends with people who are a weight on us. We don't have to carry other people's baggage. We have enough with our own. So if you find that following X, Y, and Z friend of yours is adding negativity or thoughts into your mind, like you're comparing yourself or you're putting yourself in a place where you don't belong, just block that person. Stop following that person. Stop going in and seeing what that person said, because it doesn't have anything to do with you. So detoxify your mind, detoxify your heart, detoxify yourself from the things that you're holding on because you're afraid. And that's your limited mindset. You're afraid to let go of the old things. And until you don't let go of your old thinking or your old way of living, you're not giving space or making space for your new self, for an upgraded version of you. And that's where actually you're going to find that your sustainability for weight loss, for gaining access to anything that you want out of life, is going to come from. The next thing is, instead of saying, oh my God, I can't believe, I let myself get there, or we're going into the winter months. I don't know how to deal with this. How can I deal with, feeling depressed during the winter months? I don't know how to act. Change the way you're thinking by changing the questions you're asking. So I don't know about you, but I don't have the power to control the weather, the station, the seasons. I don't have that power over me. I do have power to control the way I react and the way I go into my living, my daily livelihood. So I can't change the fact that next month is going to be November, and then after that it's going to be December. And guess what? Winter is going to come, and then we're going to be snowed in, and we're going to have to deal with layered clothing, and we're going to actually feel comfortable hiding underneath all those layers. I can't control that, but I could control how I react to that. So instead of going to the foods that usually will comfort me and will make me feel good temporarily, I'm going to react by saying, why am I going to feed my emotions with this food? Why am I'm feeling like I want to spend time with my family, but why do I have to go and be in a restaurant with them? Can we do some switches? Can we create an actual joyful winter activity bucket list? We make bucket lists for a lot of things, right? Why not make an activity list of things that we want to do with our family and with our friends during this holiday season that is coming up, that is not related to food, so that we are actually enjoying our company without the alcohol, without the extra wine, without the extra sweets. Let's create a better atmosphere where we can actually have conversations with others, right? And how about we make things exciting? So I know for myself, I love to do my workouts by myself. It's just the way that it's been ingrained in me to do. Since the beginning of my journey, I just went ahead and I learned to do my workouts on a daily basis at home. Now I do schedule some time where I can work out with my friends. So I will encourage you to do the same. There are different places you can go for group exercises. Maybe there's a Soul Cycle around your house. Maybe you want to go to an indoor. I'm planning on doing, I've never done this, and I want to do it with a group of friends, the hot yoga, Bikram yoga. I want to be able to do that. So plan out things that bring excitement to you. If you've never taken a salsa class, plan to take that with family. That should be fun. That adds movement into your life and it brings you together with laughter and joy, right? So instead of thinking, oh my God, we're coming into the worst season of the year. It's so stressful. I don't have this and I'm not where I wanted to be. But what can you do with what you have right now? And then, guys, just go ahead and change the scenery that we are thinking here. Like, it's not the quick fix that we need. We don't need a pill or the trick that is going to get us to lose weight fast. Because what happens when you lose the weight fast? You're going to gain it just as fast. I rather you look at your journey as a learning experience and that you don't miss out on the process. Because if you want me to tell you the real secret about this all, is that getting you to lose the weight is actually not the goal. Getting you to lose the weight is just the beginning, the tip of the icing, it's the cherry on top. It's who you become in that process that is worth every single day that you get up and show up for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be better. You're going to be more resilient. Not only in your physical self, but you're going to not give up so easily when personal situations come in your life and you feel like you want to give it all up. You're going to learn that just like you went all in your fitness, just like you committed all the way through in your nutrition and in your mindset and in your change, just like that, you're not going to give up so easily. The person you become when you commit to giving yourself 20 minutes of your life, it's a whole different person that becomes when somebody comes and tries to whisper in your ears, you should just stop that. That's too much for you. And you look at them like, I'm doing this for me. Like, I'm doing this for me. This has nothing to do with you at this point. This is my time. In time, when you spell time, it's T-I-M-E. The word me is inside of time. So that's your particular space so that you can devote it to you. And if anything or anyone comes to steal that time away, then I think that's power to you to understand that your best interest is not at play. And that's where you come to play. And when you start to value yourself and you start to put yourself before others, I used to think that it was selfish. I used to think that that would make me a bad wife, a bad mom. I used to think that that was going to make me a bad person, because how could I, steal 30 minutes of my children's day to sweat it out, to lose weight, to cook a meal that is going to make me feel better. That was so selfish of me in my lies, in my old thoughts. But what I found out was that by investing those 20 to 30 minutes on a daily basis for myself, I actually upped my game. Because now I never had energy to do anything with my kids. And because of those 20 to 30 minutes over time, they came about to give me my life back. And now my kids can say to me, Mom, let's go to the park, and I'm not tired. Now my husband can say to me, babe, get dressed, I'm going to take you out. And I'm not like, oh my God, what am I going to wear? Now I'm at it. Like I am always I'm active more now than when I was before. And I'm not tired. I'm not moody. If you knew me back then, I was a yeller. I would yell at Joelle, because thankfully Noemi came at a time where I learned to talk to her and I learned to meet her eye to eye without yelling and yapping at her. So those 20 to 30 minutes, the return on investment on that, I don't think I could put a price tag on it, because it has made me a better human all around. And yes, I do have to get up earlier, But I don't negotiate that with anyone because that's where my sanity depends from. That's where I am a happier person. That's where I can say, como dicen con los ojos cerrados, que yo hice mi parte por el día de hoy. I did my part for the day. Now I'm ready to serve. Now I'm ready to give my best to others. So, yes, life is going to come at you. It's going to come at you with everything it has to try to bring you down. But I'm going to tell you this, and I'm saying it from the bottom of my heart. When I started this journey at 215 pounds, I could never do a boy push-up on my toes. And my first month, I was able to accomplish 4 push-ups on my knees. And that was with everything trembling. And maybe 2 to 3 years later, I was able to complete a full set of 12 push-ups on my feet, like a boy. But you know what happened? Before those 2 years, I never gave up on giving my all in those knees push-ups. And sometimes I did 5 and sometimes I did 4. And as long as I was getting stronger, I never gave up. And when circumstances in my life have come that have tempted me to give it all up, to turn away and forget, I'm reminded that just like I pushed through the pain of those push-ups and I went against my own resistance, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that's the end of it, guys. I can't give you a magic pill. I can't give you the dose. All I can tell you is, if you trust the process and you give yourself the opportunity, you're going to get to the other side and realize that the person who started is no longer the same. She's better. She's determined. She's confident. She's worthy. She's valuable. She's persistent. She's fierce. And she's focused. And she's earned her badge. It wasn't given to her. It wasn't inherited. It was fought through. So if you have goals and you're stuck in your own way trying to find the quickest way to get to that goal, get down and dirty and figure out what is the process you've been running from that is looking at you right in your eyes and you're still running away from it because you're afraid. Everything that is good and worthy is on the opposite side of your fear. So I challenge you to end the year as strong as you can. And don't forget to make a list of those things that you have to detoxify from your life. And then get back to me. Share with me, how did you implement that? And I hope that you can tell me with a big statement, I accomplished X the day I did blank. All right? Be blessed, my friends, and I hope you found this helpful and that you found the secret that has helped me maintain my 50-pound weight loss and that it can help you find and discover your own. Love you and thank you very much.